I think that the game that I played the absolute most was Mario Kart. I played that so much that I am truly actually a pro at that game. Who do I play, you ask? Luigi, okay, period. Like, you cannot tell me nothing. He is the fastest, and he has the most control when turning. And he's green. My favorite color is green, okay? You cannot compete with that. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaeda, if you didn't already know, and today we are continuing with a series on this channel that I like to call 23 Days of Love, where I talk about something that I love every single day until August 22nd, 2020, which is my 23rd birthday. Yesterday we talked about writing. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out right here. And today we are going to deep dive into the land of video games. I love them so much. I know I've been saying I love the thing that I'm talking about every day, which is obvious, but I do. In no way, shape, or form am I a pro. I'm better at some games than I am at other games, but for the most part, pretty average. I think at this point in my life, my favorite kind of games are like adventure games, RPGs, open world games. I don't really play online, but I have before. It can be terrifying though, and it takes me forever to make an avatar, forever, like days. I can never make up my mind, which is why I'm so afraid to get into Sims. It just seems like a lot. Like, I played Sims on my phone for a while, like Sims World Adventures, and like it was fun for a while, but you can only go to 3 places, like Egypt, China, France. And after a while it's like, man, I'm tired of going to France. When you hop over to France, there's like 2 artifacts in the souvenir store. That's it. Like, give us some variety. But they stopped updating that game a long time ago. But yeah, other than like mobile games, because people like to chart right on mobile games, like, that's not fair. People can say that they like games or that they play games and it only be on their phone. Like, they're games, right? Are they not games? And some take a very large investment of time. Like Sims. What else comes to mind? Diner Dash. I still haven't beat that game. Like, all the levels in that game, still haven't beat it. I've been on like level 117 for like 4 years now. Now granted, I don't play it often, but still. And also when I get a new phone, like, I have to re-download the app, and so then I have to start over, but then I always get to level 117 and I can't beat it. It's tragic and sad. But yeah, on the console side of things, I've been playing games since like forever. I played consoles and I also played like handheld consoles, I guess, right? My first thing that I remember having was a Game Boy. I don't remember what I used to play on it, but I remember it was a red Game Boy and it was my life. But then I got me a little PlayStation 2 and I love that thing. To this day, I think that might have been my favorite console. I mean, that's a lot of people's favorite console. It was very beloved. Had a lot of amazing games. My brother had a GameCube, but I never really played it. I just watched him play Luigi's Haunted Mansion on it. Amazing game. I want to get a Switch just for that game. I feel left out. And since I never really played it for myself because it was always really scary to me as a kid, I want to play it now. It might still be scary, but I don't care. But yeah, PlayStation 2. I played a lot of games, but the ones that like stick out in my head are like Nicktoons Unite. I loved that game. Never finished it. Always made it to like, I'm trying to think. Like, first you're in, okay, that's the game with Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and Danny Phantom. It starts off in Jimmy Neutron's world, and then I think it goes to Fairly Odd Parents, I believe. I want to say. No, that's a lie. It goes from Jimmy Neutron to Danny Phantom to Fairly Odd Parents to SpongeBob. And isn't it so tragic that I never made it to SpongeBob? Like, I could never make it there. I don't know why. I guess the boss battles were just way too hard. I need them to remake that game. Oh my god, if they remade that game, I would literally cry. I would literally burst into tears. Like, if they... Please? I loved that game so much. I would force my brother to play it for hours because like it was a multiplayer game, so like we could play together, but we would always get so frustrated because we'd like to do different things in the game, so it was very difficult to be on the same page. But yeah, I love that game. Feeling serotonin just thinking about it. Another one that I loved on the PS2 was Shrek Super Slam. I don't know if anybody knows what that game is, but it's basically a Shrek fighting game. One of the scariest levels was like Quasimodo's, I don't know, den or something. Terrifying, but amazing. Ratchet and Clank. Me and my brother would play that forever. I can't remember how that game was set up, if there was like a story mode or something, but we would always just play like the multiplayer and like go to like the different stages or whatever and like just get in a plane if we can find one and then just ram into each other. I don't think we fully understood the objective of that game. We just did what we wanted to do. You know, actually, I bring up my brother a lot, but like I feel like as far as my love for video games, like I shared a lot of that with him. Like growing up, I was the person who wanted to do the story mode. My brother was the person who wanted to just like go around and do whatever. Listen, I'm a rule follower at heart. So I like doing missions in games and stuff. Like I love following the story of a game. I may seem like a lame for that, but that's also why I don't really play online, because I can play a story mode over forever. I probably played the Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode like 40 times at this point. It's actually sad. I'm in the middle of playing it right now. But like I said, before like 2013, I never really finished a game. I never could because there's always a boss battle that I couldn't get by. Or there was a part of the game that's like too scary. I'm such a wimp. For me, there's always a mission or a part of the game that is just scary for no reason. Well, I mean, for some games there's a reason, but for other games, like why? Okay, for example, Last of Us. First of all, Last of Us is like one of my favorite games. That's the first game that I finished the story completely through. The scary part of that game is when Joel, like, oh, spoiler alert. I mean, it's actually, this is not a spoiler, but I don't know, spoiler alert. If I accidentally spoil something, I'm sorry. There's a part where Joel falls down the elevator and like he's underground and it's like pitch black and he has to deal with a bloater. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Whatever. He falls down the elevator shaft and then there's a bloater like waiting for him and all these like other clickers and, you know, infected, and it's like pitch black and he has to handle it by himself. It's terrifying. Uncharted 4. Another example. Whole game is like nice smiles, like amazing, like beautiful artwork. I mean, this part of the game is beautiful as well, but Nathan, what is his name? Nathan? Nate? What do they call him? I forgot his name. Damn. Because Nathan has to go through the mines or something, or like he's underground and it's like all pitch black, and so you have to like find your way through the darkness, I guess, and like light sparks along the way. But it was terrifying for some reason. I would be the one to notice that there's a part of the game that's just like scarier than the rest. That's just me. But yeah, moving right along. So another game I played on PlayStation 2 was Tekken 5. My dad got it for us. I think my dad's friend gave it to him and he gave it to us. And so once we got that game, that was like, actually, I might be mistaken. I don't know if Tekken 5 was on the PS2. I'm not quite sure. Or if it was on the Xbox. I'm not sure. Once we got that game, it like kind of became our lives. And like that was the game that like the disc would sometimes not work. So like when it did, like, oh, happy day. Pretty sure my favorite character to play was, what's his name? Yazamite? Yoshimito? Yoshimaru? I think it might be Yoshimaru. I hope. The skeleton guy with the thing on his head that does the spin thing, that guy. And from then on, I started to grow more of a love for fighting games, even though I was not good at them at all, like whatsoever. Like, I'm jealous of the people that can do those like long combos and stuff. Like, teach me.
Help me. Help me. Nigga. Help me.
Okay, so moving on from the PS2, because eventually it stopped working, and that was like the saddest time of my life. The timeline gets a little fuzzy here, but I think that was around the time that I got a DS. And now I've had some of you out there who know me know that I have a light blue DSi, which is an amazing product. I still have it. Do I know where it is? No. But I had a few DSs before that, but I was a very irresponsible child, so I lost them. But I eventually got the DSi and vowed to my last days that I would not lose this one, and I haven't. Except I did, because I don't know where it is, but I know it's in this house. I know it is. But yeah, I don't remember if that was before or after my PS2 stopped working, but I got my DSi and like, oh, that thing. Some of my favorite games were, I loved Rhythm Heaven. I still have that and I still play it sometimes. I also love this game called Style Savvy, and I was so sad when I lost that, bro. I think I cried. I had no idea what happened to it. Like, I loved it. And I'm not really like a fashion Well, okay, let me not say that, because I did like used to play, like when I played computer games, I would go online and I would play those like dress up games where you can like put clothes on people. But yeah, I love this game, Style Savvy. It was so, it was my everything. I think that the game that I played the absolute most was Mario Kart. I played that so much that I am truly actually a pro at that game. Even after my brother broke my, what's that button? That button back there where you can like drift to the left? Gone. So yeah, I kind of just have to make do. But like I do! Who do I play, you ask? Luigi, okay? Period. Like, you cannot tell me nothing. He is the fastest, and he has the most control when turning, okay? And he's green. My favorite color is green, okay? You cannot compete with that. I also love Dry Bones. That would be my second choice. I mean, I pretty much beat everything in that game except for some of the missions, which is sad because, you know, I love missions, but I can't do them without the left drift button. My other favorite thing about the DSi is my brother and I have a mixtape on it. In the sound booth thing or whatever, like me and my brother have come up with so many smash hits, man. Like, they're actually really good. I'm not gonna play them for you because I'm actually embarrassed. But like, no, they were really good. They were actually really good. Besides Mario Kart, my favorite part of the DSi would be that. So, there was like a point where I guess I stopped playing video games. I mean, give or take. I mean, I would play on my DSi, but I didn't really play. We didn't really have a console because our PS2 stopped working. So, we kind of just like played around with my DSi for a while. And then my dad bought us an Xbox 360. And I know I sound excited. However, I was really pissed at myself years later because I'm like, why didn't I ask for the next PlayStation? What's wrong with me? I didn't really know about like consoles and like, I don't know. I just looked at the Xbox 360, I guess. Maybe someone had one and I was like, I want that. So I asked for it and my dad got it for us. At that point, I did not really understand exclusives, like PlayStation exclusives, Xbox exclusives, and all that. I didn't know. So I asked him for The Last of Us. When that came out in 2013, I asked him for it and he said, my dad didn't understand. My dad didn't know about exclusives either, so he came home and said, yeah, so they said they don't have that one, but I got you this one. It's kind of similar, and he got me the Tomb Raider, which is okay. Like, it was good. I didn't finish that one either because there was a part in the beginning that I couldn't get by. The game that I played the most, though, on the Xbox was Mortal Kombat 9. I don't know what made me ask for that. I didn't really know about Mortal Kombat before Mortal Kombat 9. But I just remember seeing like the brutal fatalities and I'm like, I don't know why, but I want to participate. And for the most part, I wasn't scared of that game. The only thing that scared me was like the graveyard that you can go in, the crypt where like you can like unlock different things and like different things would like jump out at you. Like, I could not do that without my brother there or somebody, a trusted adult, because I hate jump scares, hate them. But yeah, that's the game that I played the most. I also played Assassin's Creed. That was like the only game that like I went into it not caring about the story. Like, I didn't follow anything that was happening. I didn't really care. It was like a bunch of medieval, I don't know, history, whatever, and I didn't care. So I kind of just went around and started fights with the red coat people. I mean, that's like the funnest thing to do in the game besides like climbing stuff to the top. I also played Call of Duty with my brother. I'm not good at the first-person shooters at all. I get my feelings hurt a lot, but it was still a good time anyway. My brother had Grand Theft Auto 4, and that was like the first Grand Theft Auto game that I played. I was like, yes, missions, yes! Never finished it though. But yeah, that's all the games I really played on the Xbox 360. I mean, and there are some other ones, I guess, but those were like the main ones. And then I asked my mom for a PS4. Yes, I came to my senses and rejoined the PlayStation side, mainly because I wanted to play The Last of Us. I mean, that wasn't the only game I wanted to play, but you know, I wanted to start there, and I know that you can only play it on PlayStation. So, well, I guess you can play it on PC, but I don't really know much about PC. So, but I want to know. I do, but I'm confused all the time. So of course, when I got my PlayStation for Christmas, I got it with The Last of Us. Actually, no, before that, my brother had a PlayStation, and so I played on it most of the time. And that's what made me ask my mom for the PS4, because my brother then like took it from me. I'm talking about my older brother now. I should be like prefacing that, but whatever. And I played The Last of Us on his PS4, and I was like, wow, like I really enjoyed this game. Granted, I already knew what happened because I watched it. Like, I watched the game online, I guess. Like I found that I really do like watching people play games, and I know some people are like, why would you do that? And it's like, because you enjoy watching, you know, the game. Like it's like an interactive movie, but you know, other people can watch. It's not so far-fetched for people to like watching video games. Like when I was younger, I would have much rather watch my cousins play the game than me play it myself, because I know I'm not going to give myself the experience that I want, because I will keep dying. So yeah, I watched the game, but then afterwards I got the game for myself because I wanted to play it, and it was a totally different experience because I was, you know, behind the controller myself, but I managed to finish it and even got past the scary part. I know. So yeah, when I got my own PS4, I got it with that package, I guess, because I love that game. I loved that. Oh, let me tell you, I loved that game so much. I played it a lot. And I'm just talking about the story mode, because like I said, I didn't play online, so I just played the story mode a lot. And the DLC Left Behind. Like, it was just a very beautiful story. I don't know. And when I tell you, when they said that the sequel was coming out, I could have cried. I didn't know they were actually going to do it, but they did. But yeah, some other games that I've played. I played Uncharted 4. That was like the first game of the series that I played. I really love Persona 5. It's a Japanese RPG. At first it was really difficult to get into, but after you get the ball rolling, it is a fantastic game. It took me so long to finish, like a year, but I took a long break from it. But still, it's like a very long game, but it's so good. And you know what? So far, that's all I really have. I didn't really have a lot of time to play. Like I said, I got my PlayStation like 4 years ago, and I was in college the whole time. I mean, during the summer I would have more time, but even then I was like busy working and, you know, getting my life. So I didn't really make a lot of time for video games. But my uncle loaned me Spider-Man. I know that came out like a long time ago, but yeah, I never really had any desire to play it because I'm not like a huge Spider-Man fan. But I heard it was really good, so I'm gonna play it. And also my brother loaned me God of War, which also came out last year, I think. But yeah, like I said, I never really found time to play, so I kind of okay, well, let me just say I've been lying to you all. I told you in the beginning of this series that, you know, oh, this is my first video, but no. Actually, I low-key have a gaming channel. No. It's embarrassing. Also, I haven't posted in a while, so, actually, it's only been like 2 weeks, but like, I don't really post that much. But yeah, that is the extent of my, video game adventures. I need more games to play, and I'm not so great at finding good games, I guess. I mean, who's to say I really try? But if you have a favorite game, like, mention it in the comments, or you can like DM me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And yeah, let me know, because I get so excited to play a new game. So excited. And then when I turn out to love the game, like... But yeah, thank you for joining me on this video. If you haven't seen the other videos in this series, you can check it out right here. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. This is day 12, so we have 10 more days, or let me not say 10 more days, 10 more videos. No, wait, I'm not doing my math right. Hold up. Today is day 12, and we have 23 days. So 23 minus 12 equals 11. We have 11 more days. 11 more days to go. 11 more videos, should I say. And I'm gonna get them all up. Best believe. Thank you all for joining me on this video, though. I hope you have